What is up, guys? James Carter TV here to recap the Tennessee Titans free agency period, as well as give a little bit of a mock draft, 7-round mock draft for the Tennessee Titans. Now, before you ask, because I'm sure some of you that aren't Tennessee Titans fans that are watching this video, no, I cannot do this for your team because I'm very busy as of late. But I can do it for this team, my favorite team, and I have a lot of Tennessee Titans fans. Not only Tennessee Titans fans, I mean, I have fans of everybody, but a lot of Tennessee Titans fans are subscribers of mine, so I'd like to give them a little more than I give the rest of you guys, but you may just have to get over it for now. So, with that said, quickly, let's recap the free agency period. Let's start with who they re-signed. They re-signed Al Woods to a nice little deal. They re-signed Craig Stevens and they re-signed offensive tackle Byron Bell. Now let's start with Al Woods. I'm fine with the re-signing. I'm not so thrilled about the idea of him starting in 2015 or 2016. I don't think he's very good. I mean, I think he's fine. I think he's okay. I think he's a below average nose tackle in the NFL, and I would have liked to have seen us draft a nose tackle in the 3rd round and have him be our starter heading into 2016. That would have been my plan, and they still could do that. I mean, they still could take a nose tackle in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round and go into the next year with that guy as a starter. But the re-signing of Al Woods to the deal that they gave him and the words that they said about him kind of leads me to believe that he will be the starter in 2015. But regardless, I would be shocked if we did not take a nose tackle somewhere in this draft. The question now is, will it be earlier or later? Before the re-signing of Al Woods, it definitely would have been earlier, but now it's looking more and more like it may be later on in the draft. Tight end Craig Stevens gets re-signed as well. It's fine. I did note, however, that I believe John Robinson was talking to, I can't remember who he was talking to, but I'm always listening to this guy. I'm always trying to get information from new general manager John Robinson, and he was saying a little bit about, hey, you know, I kind of have an interest in drafting a developmental tight end, but we have a lot of other needs before that. So I'm actually looking for the Titans to draft a developmental tight end in the 6th or 7th round, and I agree, because Craig Stevens isn't getting any better. I mean, he's maxed out his potential. If anything, he's going to start going down once again soon. Same goes with Anthony Fasano. Delaney Walker, albeit he's very, very, very good, he is also 31 years old now, so or maybe even 32. And he's an upcoming free agent in 2017. So with that in mind, I would like to see us draft a little bit of developmental tight end, assuming we fill all of our needs before that, because as John Robinson said, it is lower down on the pecking order, but it's something that you have to look out for. Or you can just re-sign Delaney Walker, you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, I like to have a 2 tight end roster, so I'll keep an eye out for that. And then Byron Bell re-signed. He could play right tackle. He could play guard. Personally, I liked for him to be in the competition at guard. I think when he was at guard earlier in the season, he was okay. And really, if I'm going into this this season, I'm fine with it being Byron Bell, Quentin Spain, Josue Matias, and Jeremiah Potasi all battling for that left guard spot, because yes, it'd be nice to draft a left guard early or to spend a lot of money on a left guard, but there's also something to be said for having a nice cheap option there, and also an option that you know, I mean, you don't have to have all 5 positions of the offensive line be great. You know, assuming you just have a good left tackle, good right tackle, or great, and then Chance Warmack and Ben Jones are good in the middle, you don't need to have a great left guard. So I'm fine with Matias, Potasi, Bell, and Spain battling it out for that left guard position and let the best man win. But the best man would probably only be an average left guard. But again, I'm fine with that for now. We're not trying to make the playoffs this year. We just need a nice placeholder in there that can keep Mariota healthy. So I'm fine with this re-signing. So who did we get? Now, we traded for DeMarco Murray. I made an entire video on that, and I said in that video that I needed to know what the compensation was for this trade, for us, for the Tennessee Titans, before I could judge this trade. It's a fantastic trade. All we did was swap 4th round picks with the Philadelphia Eagles, a pick difference of 13. So we went from the 4th round pick 100 to 4th round pick 113. We still have 8 draft picks in this 2016 NFL draft. A fantastic trade, a wonderful trade. I cannot believe we pulled off this trade. So with that in mind, I love this deal, and I love this free agent acquisition. And the contract, also, I said I need to look out for. Like the contract, just about $6 million per year. That was market value. As Doug Martin got $7 million per year. As Chris Ivory got $6 million per year. As who's the other guy? Lamar Miller got over $6 million per year. So that is just on market value. Love that deal. Next, Ben Jones came in. Signed a nice deal. Looks like he's going to be the center moving forward. Or maybe I'm the guard, but I think they're going to leave him at center. So, I mean, he's a fine starter to have. He's about mid-range average center in the NFL. So it would be nice to have a veteran leadership on this offensive line. We have wide receiver Rishard Matthews. I mean, I like this signing, although I would have probably drafted wide receiver in the second round. That would have been my plan heading into this free agency period. I'm not even going to sign a wide receiver. I'm just going to wait to draft one in the second round. I love Josh Doxson at the top of that second round. But they went with Rishard Matthews, and I think he can be fine. I think he can get maybe 900 yards this season, maybe 1,000, maybe. I'm not much higher than that. Not much upside with Rishard Matthews. So you're really hoping that DGB can be your number one wide receiver, can be a game-changing wide receiver for us. And I would love to believe that. But I've been waiting on Kenny Britt to do that, and he failed me. I was waiting on Justin Hunter to do that, and he failed me. So we need to see. But, maybe. We'll see. And then Antwon Blake. I don't like this signing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Antwon Blake was absolutely awful in 2015. I don't understand what value there is in Antwon Blake. I think our cornerback position is a really big problem. A big problem. We are really hoping and assuming that Jason McCourty is going to come back and play well. I mean, he has to come back and play well. And, man, this guy he wasn't very good last year. He only played 3 games or 4 games, but he wasn't very good in his limited time of action. And he's been up and down pretty much his career. I mean, he had a really good 2013 season when Altron Werner was here. 2012 was horrible. 2011 was okay. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good 2011. 2010 was pretty bad. 2009 was awful with Jason McCourty. So you don't know what to expect from Jason McCourty, honestly. So I don't know why we are all just saying, oh, it's okay because we have Jason McCourty as our number one corner. I think that's a problem. And Antwon Blake, I don't think is going to come in and fix his cornerback issue. So I need to see this fixed in the draft because I think this is a big issue to me. And then Sean Spence, nice signing. Inside linebacker Sean Spence will have a huge impact on the special teams unit for the Tennessee Titans, and you have to like that deal for them. So now, let me give you my 7-round mock draft. So I actually made 2. I made 2 7-round mock drafts, a Jalen Ramsey draft and a Laremy Tunsil draft. Now, I am of the belief that this team will draft Jalen Ramsey with the number 1 overall pick instead of Laremy Tunsil. Now, I've said this over and over and over again, but if you're new to this channel, I'll say it again. Jalen Ramsey. First of all, he's a better prospect than Laremy Tunsil. I mean, I've been on this for months now. I made my scouting report for Jalen Ramsey and Laremy Tunsil back in December. I had Jalen Ramsey 4 points higher than Laremy Tunsil. He's just a better prospect. Laremy Tunsil is a very good pass blocker, but that's it. His run blocking is not impressive. I don't know where some people are coming up with this crap. You need to show me plays. Please, I beg you. Show me plays where Laremy Tunsil just absolutely mauls people, leads the chain, leads the run, absolutely just leads his running back to positive plays on the left side of the field. You won't see it. He's a very nice pass blocking left tackle, but that's it. And there's guys all over the NFL like that I would not take with the number 1 overall pick, like Kelvin Beachum, like pretty much Kelvin Beachum. I mean, that's why I compared him to, DeBrickashaw Ferguson is another guy like this. I mean, those are the 2 guys I really compared him to. Nice pass blockers, but they're not top 5 left tackles like Trent Williams, who are so good against the run and the pass. Like Jason Peters, not this year, but years prior, that are so good against the pass and the run. Guys that are just so dominant in both the pass and the run that you have to take them because they could be future Hall of Famers. Don't see that with Laremy Tunsil. Now, Jalen Ramsey, I see a lot of Hall of Fame potential here, my friend. And there's also this belief that, well, he's a better safety than corner. Now, I agree with this. But wait a minute. He's a damn good corner, too. Let's just evaluate him as a cornerback prospect, okay? He ran a 4.41 actually at the 40 officially. He had a broad jump that was ridiculous. He had a vertical jump that was ridiculous. He had a nice combine workouts. So he's a great athlete, superb athlete at the position. He's pretty much shut down almost anyone he faced this year. He has nice fluid hips. He has nice size. He has nice strength. Oh my God, he's a really good cornerback prospect too. The only thing that comes with this kid, why he's a better safety, is just because he could even be a great safety. But he's a great corner too. As a cornerback prospect, this is the best cornerback prospect to come out for years. He's a better cornerback prospect than Patrick Peterson, than Morris Claiborne, who sucked anyway, so it really doesn't matter, than Darrelle Revis. Then he's a better cornerback prospect. So even though, yes, he's better at safety, he's a damn good corner too. So you can put him at corner, he'll be a great corner. I mean, Marcus Peters won the Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. Who's a better prospect, Marcus Peters or Jalen Ramsey at the cornerback position? Give me Jalen Ramsey. He feels such a huge need at either corner or a safety for the Tennessee Titans. I think if you take this guy, he could be an all-pro safety 2 years. 3 max. I mean, again, Marcus Peters made the Pro Bowl last year. You telling me Jalen Ramsey can't make the Pro Bowl year 1, Pro Bowl corner year 1 for Jalen Ramsey? For years to come, Jalen Ramsey. I'm so high on this kid. I had him ranked as a number 2 prospect in the draft for months and months and months, and then now everyone's finally catching up for this. So, with that said, and let's just add on to it the fact that he's born in Smyrna, Tennessee, 25 minutes down Murfreesboro Road from Nashville, Tennessee. And that also helps. And also, I think I like his intangibles, his character, more than Laremy Tunsil. This is a guy that loves to tweet, loves to tweet that, oh, stay out of trouble, guys, don't drink tonight, don't do drugs, whatever. He has gotten in no trouble. Only trouble he's gotten in at FSU was that in FSU practice when he practiced too hard and Jimbo Fisher told him, hey, kid, you're practicing too hard. While Laremy Tunsil has been involved in Robert Nkemdiche, and he was in the hotel room when Nkemdiche jumped off the roof. Laremy Tunsil got arrested for domestic violence. So there's issues there. Jalen Ramsey is absolutely paper clean. So I'm of the belief they're taking Jalen Ramsey. I mean, I think it's the best pick. I think it's the pick. WalterFootball.com reports that he is a favorite to be picked. So, again, Jalen Ramsey goes number 1 overall to me. But again, I made a Laremy Tunsil draft just in case I'm wrong. Just in case they take Laremy Tunsil, they say, hey, we need to move Taylor Lewan to the right side. I think that's maybe not a mistake. I think you can do more. Again, Laremy Tunsil, right? Think about how many offensive tackles have come out in the past 3 years. We have Eric Fisher, Luke Jokel, Jake Matthews, Greg Robinson. Who came out last year? Brandon Scherf. None of these guys have been good left tackles. None of them. 0. Jake Matthews is getting better. All right, he's getting better. Taylor Lewan is the best offensive lineman to come out in the first round in the past 3 years. And this is the guy that we're saying needs to be moved. How do you know for sure that Laremy Tunsil is going to come in? Greg Robinson. Everybody was like, oh my God, Greg Robinson's the next great offensive lineman, blah, blah. He sucks. He's absolutely god-awful. And I'm supposed to believe that Laremy Tunsil, who they're saying the exact same thing about, is going to come in and do better than Jalen Ramsey, be a better prospect than Jalen Ramsey. I'm not buying it. So anyway, with that said, let's move on. Now, in the Jalen Ramsey draft, so I've been taking Jalen Ramsey, obviously. Then followed by Jason Spriggs, the offensive tackle out of Indiana. And then from there, I have them taking a cornerback, Xavien Howard. Now, again, it depends on how they view Jalen Ramsey in their defense. Is he going to be a safety? Is he going to be a corner? Now, if he's a safety, which I think he would be, because right now there's just a need there. A need to them. To me, I think I might put him at corner, because I think we need a number one freaking corner. We don't have one. So, I'm sorry, Jason McCourty is not one. So with that said, I might put him at corner, but I think they're going to put him at safety if they do draft him, which is fine, because I think he can be better at safety just because he has these absolute instincts, these absolute safety instincts that you see with Brian Dawkins, that you see with Ed Reed, that you see with Troy Polamalu, so he can make a great impact there, so that's fine. Anyway, so I have them taking cornerback Xavien Howard out of Baylor in the 3rd round. I have them taking wide receiver Kenny Lawler in the 4th round. Again, Rishard Matthews isn't going to be a number one wide receiver, or not a very good one. I mean, it may be your number one, but you shouldn't be proud of that. You have Kendall Wright, who stinks. I mean, this guy had 400 yards last year. He was an absolute abomination. He was absolutely horrible. I mean, who would have thunk that Kendall Wright best year was his 2nd year with Jake Locker and Ryan Fitzpatrick? But that's the case. So with that in mind, I have them taking Kenny Lawler. I think they need to plan to really keep on fixing this wide receiving core, just tweak it a little bit. And I think a wide receiver needs to be taken in this draft. Next, we have offensive guard Spencer Drango. I just talked about how I want Byron Bell, Josue Matias, Jeremiah Potassi, and Quentin Spain to all compete for that left guard position. I take it back, because I'd like to have one more guard in there. Because, again, like I said, I think of all those guys, none of them are ever going to be really good. So why not just throw another guard in there? Just throw another one in there for that competition. Let's see what happens. Or maybe he could be right guard if we conclude that Chance Warmack isn't very good. Next, we have DJ Reader, nose tackle, Clemson. This is a little late. I personally wouldn't do it, but I think this is what they're probably going to do. They're probably going to wait to draft a nose tackle. And then also we have a new pass rusher. His name is Victor Ochi, with the 2nd, 6th round pick out of Stony Brook. Nice little pass rusher. I mean, it's a 6th round pick. So him, DeAndre Mal, they can be a nice little pass rusher, 6th round duo. And then tight end Tyler Higbee. I aforementioned this. I think they might take a developmental tight end in this draft. I think it's going to be in the 6th or 7th round, or maybe the 5th round. Hopefully he won't be another Taylor Thompson. Watch him be another Taylor Thompson. All right, so with that said, in the Laremy Tunsil draft, only 2 changes. I'm only changing the first 2 rounds. So Laremy Tunsil goes number 1 overall. I puke. And then, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. I just think it'd be a mistake. I think we're going to sit back and we're going to watch Jalen Ramsey be a Hall of Famer, and we're going to say, oh my gosh. Anyway, so number 2, 2nd round, Vonn Bell, free safety out of Ohio State. Could be Vonn Bell, could be Darian Thompson, could be Carl Joseph, could be Jeremy Cash. I don't care. It needs to be a safety either in the 2nd or 3rd round. And then from there, everything is the exact same. Xavien Howard, Kenny Lawler, Spencer Drango, DJ Reader, Victor Ochi, and Tyler Higbee go in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round. So there you go. My 2 7th-round mock drafts for you guys. Go ahead, comment down below your thoughts on everything. Laremy Tunsil fans, let's hear it. I know you're going to disagree, but that's fine. We're going to find out what we're going to do in just over a month. But until then, James Carter TV, I'm out.